It's 99.9 KISW Metal Shop, sitting here on the bus with Behemoth, the headliners of the first ever Decibel Magazine tour. Sitting here with Orion and Nergal. How are you guys doing today?
I've just had the training, so I'm a bit laid back and just tired, but I'm happy.
And I'm recovering from last night's party, so
yeah,
you know,
we either headache or just worn out for different reasons. But we are happy to be back.
Fair enough. Now, I know Seattle has always been huge fans of Behemoth since you guys did your first tour with Amon Amarth and Deicide.
I remember the first show we did here was Deicide skipped,
yep.
And it was just us and Amon Amarth and Revenge. I remember that show.
I just actually unearthed that poster from the radio station and saw it, and I was like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it's been what, like almost 10 years almost, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Huh. The time's flying. But yeah, I remember the show. It was great. It was packed, there was a lot of people. I remember sitting here in this venue on the left side. And it was times, when I'd be doing fucking, like all of us would be doing like double duty, and just, and playing and selling shirts and loading out, everything, just
probably all
just to
together.
Yeah, just to make make it to the top, as they say, right?
Absolutely.
No, it's fun. It's a sentimental trip back, when I think about it, and yeah, it's good to be back, headlining. I mean, last time was already packed. It was great, I'm not sure. I don't know if it was sold out, but it was packed. It was fucking crammed all the way, and it was a great show too.
My first real question, though, today is you guys are headlining the first ever Decibel Magazine tour. How did all this get hooked up? And are there any unifying factors among all the bands that are on the tour?
Yes, we're finally in the position that we can make the right decisions when it comes to our career, and this feels great because usually it was management, labels, and everyone else, and our word was like the least important.
Yeah,
and it just changed like drastically 180 now, and now we are in position to pick up opening bands, and for the first time ever, I believe. I mean, we've done like trillions of tours, right? But there's always been bands that, we've toured with a lot of cool people, right? It's good friends, that we've made throughout the years and so on. But there's always music that we like to. It's just not our cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the first time ever, we're like, okay, let's make a
Dream Team Behemoth tour.
Pretty much. So I came up with Vatane and Devil's Blood being one of my favorite bands these days, and fresh and fucking on fire, and really like hot names in the scene, and not so much exposed to U.S. audience yet.
Mm-hmm.
And in Solitude also like newcomers coming from Sweden, and just make it like European all the way, and as evil as we can, So the dream came true. We're here back, stronger than ever. The lineup's fucking amazing, don't miss any of the bands.
And we already tried that before, because we were supposed to do this tour with Vatine 2 years ago, and now it's happening. So we're just happy.
Yeah, it looks like with Vatine is like that we've tried like at least twice to put put it all together, and it always like fucking fell off on the way because of some reasons. But now it's happening, and the tour, we kicked off like we were like really powerful, and it's just rolling so well, and it's a great tour.
Now, earlier this month, the first day of the tour had to be moved. What was this due to? Have you run into any other problems?
Yeah, no, it's just so stupid, even it's not really worth of mentioning.
Okay.
It's just, some not very professional from the promoters, not the promoter, but the venue owner, who signed up for like satanic bands, 3 months ago, and a week before he's like, oh, I can't promote satanic music. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? So I don't care.
On the dotted line.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I don't care about other people's opinions and religious beliefs and whatever. Just let us do our own thing. And if you don't, just stay away. Simple as that.
Yeah, but the good thing is they moved the show to kind of a historical place, not really in a good matter, but still that was the first time we've been to this venue where Dimebag was shot, so it was just good to be there.
Yeah, it's just it was good to be in this place, just and to me, I mean, we didn't really make a big deal out of it, you know. But to me personally, it was like, okay, you know, he was, you know, because he was a brother in metal, right? And he was such a legend, and it felt like, okay, we are kind of paying tribute to the guy, you know, without mentioning it anywhere, but just, you know,
in your mind, in
yeah.
your heart.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have seen Watain, maybe not live, but in the videos, and it's a lot of crazy stuff going on stage, even with like animals and sacrifice and whatnot. What is it like touring with Watain?
They are sweethearts. It's gonna be broadcasted?
Saturday night.
Okay. Can you do it like after the tour, so they never heard about us saying, you know, giving such opinions about Watain? No, seriously. I mean, I've known the guys for a few years now. I've been in touch with Eric for ever since, you know, they put out Song to the Dark or earlier. I don't remember now, but it was a long time. And we've always tried to, you know, put something together, and it's happening. And we're just excited, you know, because I think they're one of the, you know, brightest stars in today's extreme metal music firmament, and it's a privilege, it's an honor to be, you know, part of this package, you know. And I'm not saying this from the headliner point of view, you know what I mean, because we're all partners in crime. And we want to make this tour as smooth, as friendly for other bands as possible, and make a change, you know, and make a statement. Also, this tour is more than just a heavy metal tour, to me at least, and I'm pretty sure they're very serious about it too. You know, it's not just another tour. It's not just money-making thing. It's not just, you know, to keeping up the name alive because, hey, we're here, you know, still doing well. No, with this package, we're making a statement.
Now, are there any actual like pre-show Behemoth rituals?
Oh yeah, I think several. There's nothing really like spiritual going on. I mean, it is spiritual, but we just manifest it in like such weird and bizarre and sometimes very down-to-earth ways, I'd say. When it comes to my persona, I love to, you know, I love my like everyday touring rituals, which is like workout and power nap eventually, and I love to, you know, for me touring is not just about doing a show, scoring a cheek, and eventually get drunk. No, I mean, because like I spend so much time on tour, on the road. It's just I try to make it as my everyday life looks like anywhere I go. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm becoming
it's not like it's vacation.
Or I'm becoming a beast on tour. You know, and then I go back home. You know, and I'm like you know, and calm down and stuff. No, I'm pretty much the same person. You know, I want to keep the same routine and the same schedule or similar to what I do when I'm at home. So. Just stay in shape, you know, just eating healthy and fucking enjoying as much as I can myself on stage, just you know, taking the best out, squeezing all the juices out of, you know, of the fruits, you know, that are given to us, you know.
Absolutely. I like that. This is Ryan's question. He wanted to know, what do you think of the state of the music industry today, and how do you feel about file sharing and illegal downloading?
How do you feel about file sharing?
I don't really have a problem with that, as long as it comes with buying the records after you try it.
So like an evaluation kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. But
taste testing?
As far as it can work this way, it's alright, but I think it's the times that we live in, and trying not to agree with all these things happening is just well, you can't win with it.
It's like it's like modern tape trading, you know. When I was a kid, you know, when I was 15 up to 18 or something, you know, I still have like a few hundred tapes collection at my parents' place, right? It was nothing less but stealing money from other bands because I couldn't afford buying a CD or LP because there was no even CDs or LPs back then in Poland, you know what I mean? So I had tapes, and I don't feel guilty about it, you know what I mean?
It got you into those bands? It got you going?
Totally.
And back in the days in Poland, the tapes were not official.
Yeah, it was all pirates,
yeah.
because there was no law. And yeah, So no, I'm pretty liberal about it too. I mean, if there's people that approach me and say, hey, I downloaded your album, cool. Did you pay for it? No. Whatever, really. I mean, there's people. I mean, we're making our money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's up. I leave it up to like people's like conscience. If they feel like, oh, I downloaded this music, and they, maybe they can make their living of, sales record and stuff, But then if they can make it up to coming to the show and buying a shirt, to me it's even. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They make it anyway. So that's what I do eventually too. I download a lot of stuff. Some of it, I like. If I like it, I buy the record. I always do. If I don't like something, I never listen to it again. So why should I spend $1?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm being honest. I never tell people. I always tell them, hey, buy our records. We really appreciate it. If you don't, we won't get angry. We're gonna make our money anyway.
So you guys have a new album. I saw possibly coming out in 2013. Is there like a rough sketch of when?
We're just screwing around.
Okay.
And just seeing. I mean, I just need some downtime. I don't really see there's any downtime in sight for the next few months. But I would say like summertime. When we're just doing festivals and we got like a few weeks off here, few weeks off there. That's what I need myself. To just listen to myself. When I'm on tour, I can hardly come up with any idea that's gonna come across, and eventually make a song in the end of the day. You know what I mean? I hardly ever. I don't think I've ever done that. I need to be alone and just fucking, trying to get inspiration from wherever, and eventually put something together, and then present it to the boys. And that's the plan. But we're just touring now. When we are touring, we're having fun. We enjoy the fact that we're back on stage. This is the priority. We don't really think. I mean, I do think about. Always in the back of my head, there's a new record. But I feel like the full-on work will start in a few months.
Okay.
And yes, 2013 is the ultimate date for the next record to come out. I don't really see it like coming out later, because there's just people have their patience. And we have our patience too. I don't really. I mean, 2012 would be too early because there's so much touring and so much whatever. And next year it sounds like a perfect timing. Yeah, let's say mid 2015.
What gets our schedule together is that we decided to finish the tours for Evangelion first and then do the record, instead of doing a record right after this long break we had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nergal, 2 years ago you were diagnosed with leukemia. Do you have any words of advice for listeners who might be facing scary news like this?
Avoid leukemia.
There you go.
No, what can I say? I'm gonna use a quote that I just seen like a few days ago.
Okay.
Of cancer. That's my favorite. That's my quote of the month. Okay.
Brutal Truth actually made a song called that on their new record.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm a fan. Already. No, that's an anecdote, which is kind of funny, but it's also very touching to me. And there was we played the first show in Columbus, and there was this mosh pit. It was crazy, and I had eye contact with one of the guys in the pit, and he looked at me, and I looked at him while I was playing, and he was fucking raging. He was furiated, and he just grabbed his shirt and just stretched it, up, so I could see what was written on his shirt. And on his shirt was this logo saying "of cancer," and I was like, "Wow!" I mean, it was really, really amazing. And I'm like, every now and then, I think about it, and it's one of this cool moments on this tour. That
It's really
just
awesome.
It's not much, but to me it means a lot. And so yeah, and I'm not here to preach, so just live your lives, and make right decisions,
Okay. Right on. So before we go, I'd like to ask one question for both of you guys. If you could pick a scar on your body and tell us the story of how you got that scar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show it to you because it's on my head, like all over my head. I have a few, and I had this argument with some chick back in the days when I don't know, I was like 14 or 15, and I didn't really know who was her boyfriend.
Okay.
Then there's a friend of mine ringing my ringing my bell and just asking me to come downstairs. And I get downstairs. There's like 3 or 4 guys I don't really know, just beating me up. And I was standing in the yeah, I don't know the English word, but it's a small small room with windows all around.
Okay.
And then I just smashed all the windows in my head. So that's why I have all of them.
That's brutal.
It was.
All right.
They were just so scared about the blood in the whole thing that they just ran away, and I was standing there with my head through the window, like watching up and seeing this piece of glass like this here, and I couldn't really move.
Was she worth it? Was it worth?
No.
All right, Nergal.
I got plenty of stuff, you know, but my favorite are the I got like Bruce, there's like when I was in hospital. I don't know what the right vocabulary for right term for when they it's not like an injection, you know, but they like pretty much stick like a smaller rope, you know, into your vein that goes straight to your heart.
Wow.
And it's like 12 centimeters long, you know. So what they have to do, actually, the surgeon you know, when they do the surgery, they open your skin like with a scalpel and just pretty much find the vein. And sometimes, you know, I remember once I had the surgery done by a lady, and she tried 7 times to find the vein, but she couldn't stick it, you know. Just thinking about it just makes me already like you know, nausea and stuff. But I got like, so you can either stick it on the left or right side of your chest, or your neck here, or this side of the of your thigh. And I was fortunate enough that it was just a chest, you know, but I got like nice bruises here and here, and I really love them, seriously, you know. It's like stigmatas pretty much to me, you know. And I have really cool one here too, you know, because they stick like a huge rope, you know, because when I was diagnosed with a cancer, you know, the problem was that I had like 1.5 liter of water that kind of blocked in my lungs, you know, and there was a problem with filtering this water through my lungs, you know, so it stayed there. So they had to stick a rope, you know, at the side or right side of my what is this called, like ribs, and I was like for 2 days, you know, I'd be walking with a small with a ball, you know, and there was like, you know, all this water would be water mixed with water mixed with blood and stuff, you know, would be like just draining straight to the ball for like 2 days. And then I could like easily breathe after these 2 days, you know, because I had a breathing problem. That's what you know, one of the symptoms, you know, when they found out that I was sick, you know, that I couldn't really like clearly breathe. So that was the problem, you know. So I got like this and this. That's my favorite.
All right, those are some scars to be proud of for sure. And is there any last words you want to say to the Seattle audience?
Rock and roll.